This is the Dubois Cup in Porto Cervo, Sardinia, an exclusive regatta held for the owners of super yachts designed by Ed Dubois. Over the years, Ed has built up close working relationships and friendships with his customers. But it's not just those he has designed for that he has a strong bond with. Michael Ryan is the third owner of Tenaz, and the first I've met who takes the helm.
I wouldn't have bought a boat that I wasn't prepared to drive and park and sail and make decisions on it. I don't know why you would. Pretty much been around boats my whole life, and so coming to this boat, amazed at a boat this large, steers as well as she does, trims up as nicely as she does, and has as much feel.
Why Ed Dubois?
Very quickly, as you started looking around, over 100, 120, 130 feet, really Dubois was the sort of benchmark for big boats that sail. They're sort of big boats for sailors. Plus, they're beautiful. I think Ed builds a timeless boat.
What does she mean to you and your family?
I think it's probably the place where, a lot of people have like a cottage or a family home where they come together. For us, this is really the place where we've been and enjoy being a family together.
A super yacht is a means to an end. It's all about how they're used, the memories that they can deliver. Michael and his family have sailed around the world.
How do you beat the memory of sitting out, sailing under the sky on the way into Alexandria with your daughter beside you? Oh, that's pretty cool.
That is very cool.
We ready to bring the jib out? We got a button pusher? You guys call if you want to luff.
Ready to wrap now.
Roger that.
Can you use this main one? Just get the boat rolling.
All right, I'm coming across. Excuse me.
He's really loving it, and it's fantastic to see. He's not only cruising the boat with his family, but look how competitive he is. It's brilliant.
Well, we have to do Ed proud.
The more time you spend around the owners of these super yachts, the more the boats come alive. I suppose I've always thought of a super yacht as a status symbol, but that's not how I see the yachts that I've been on here, because they're not created to showboat. Mrs. Gosnell and her late husband have shared irreplaceable memories, travelling around the world. Barry Houghton appears to enjoy the creation of something truly special as much as the ownership itself. The Dubois Cup was exclusive, but also had a real charm about it, typified by the winner, Mrs. Gosnell and the Timoneer crew. Okay, we ready?
Sorry.
Catch! Not you, Monty.
It's hard to get there before the dog, isn't it? Back from the Dubois Cup and back to a different world.
I have 4 children, and I have a wife who doesn't work, otherwise it wouldn't be possible. But I still work pretty hard and like working hard. So time's out for the Shetland pony. Apparently, it's called Gammy.
Ed, how many animals do you have?
Hard to say. Quite a lot.
It's busy at home, and it appears that the man so consumed by his job has changed the way he lives his life.
I used to say it was a third. It was a third running the company, a third travelling and selling to a client, and a third designing the boats. Now I think it's probably different because I have a family. It's a juggling act, really.
That's good, Tom.
No, it's lovely. It's a lovely life. Busy.
I can see why you go sailing on Firebrand.
A lot.
A lot, yeah.
Whenever possible.
Just a few minutes from home is the other love of his life. Expertly done.
Was.
Born in 1964, Firebrand. How do you feel when you're on her?
Totally at peace. I think that whenever you're on a boat that you like and you let the mooring go, you let go of everything, don't you?
He may move in a world of glitz and glamour, but his enthusiasm for a simple day out on the water is lovely to see.
If you have the courage to turn your mobile phone off, then you can really, really just relax. And I feel totally free.
You've got a lovely feel for the boat, and we're always chatting about the performance when we've been on the boat. Is that something you think we still have in yacht designing, or is it much more about computers and modelling?
No, I'm sure that unless you have a direct contact with powerboat sails in your heart, then you can't design a decent boat. You have to feel it, understand it, eyeball it, experience its terrifying, powerful moments and its beautiful moments. Firebrand, as far as I'm concerned, is as good a medium to refresh your memory as any. She epitomises, for me, what being on a sailing boat is all about. It's freedom, it's complete happiness away from the day-to-day worries of life.
It's your sanctuary.
It's my potting shed.
Ed Dubois has got momentum here, and it's much more than design flair that has created that. The real magic is having that sixth sense of listening to someone describe something intangible and interpreting it. And 4 years later, the thrill of the owner seeing something even he could not quite picture come to life. If you do that a few times with a multi-million euro super yacht, then word gets out. And Ed Dubois has been doing that with such passion, such enthusiasm, for more than 30 years.
Why people pay me to do this? You know, it's such fun. It's almost a nerve to ask people to give you money to do what I love to do.